I've got a story for you guys today. So this story goes back a few years ago, and I'm working at this daycare. It was an after-school program, an attempt to shield the name. I'll call it the Flooded Pool. Anyways, so we had this issue where we always had these little rodents in the upstairs, and these little rodents like to eat our food. I don't know if you've ever had a rodent eat your food, but it's really inconsiderate. They leave a mess. They don't even say thank you. They don't tip you. It's a mess. I was sent on a mission one day. We had an extravagant rodent feast the night before, and it was a complete disaster in the kitchen. The head honcho of this Flooded Pool gave me a secret mission. I was on a recon mission. Really, it was an assassination attempt. They wanted me to kill these little mice. And now, it's important for you to understand that just bought in some new Converse. The lady was like, oh, just squish it, just step on it. No! I just got new Converse. The other thing that's important for you to understand is that I don't really like killing animals. It makes me sad. And especially the cute little mice. As rude as they may be, I don't want to kill it. And so, there I was, given this opportunity to show mouse justice. I sneak up to the upstairs, and I'm looking around, and I see 3 little rodents skedaddling around, scooted off into their little hiding place. I guess it was their house? I don't know. So I took a bucket. I'd learned this technique on many of birds that had flown into inappropriate places around facilities that I'd been in. So I took a bucket. I was walking around with this bucket, and I see them. They're eating more food. I'm sitting here trying to capture them, and they're eating more food. So I walk over with the bucket, and I just smashed it down on them. Not on them, but over them. Then I had a whole new pickle. Because so they're trapped, they're in captivity. Wow. How do I get them out? We have like 1 million children downstairs. Okay, not 1 million, but you know what I'm saying. And these mice could be just covered in diseases. Luckily, I picked the one bucket in the entire place that actually had a lid. Slid the lid underneath it, clipped it down. No little rodents escaped. Flipped it back over and gently carried it out. Okay, now I had to kind of sneak out because this lady was adamant that I was going to kill this little mouse. No, but there were 3, so it would be like rodent genocide. I guess that counts as genocide. I forgot my dictionary. So I'm carrying these 3 little mice, snuck out the front door. So then I released them out into the wild. Okay, that's the end of the story. Everything turned out okay, but still had to clean up after their feast. Sometimes I wonder if we just talked to them rationally, if they would go clean up for us, but nobody was really into that. It was a different time. Here's the thing about this story. When I look back on it, how did I capture 3 mice so how was I sent on an assassination attempt on 3 little rodents, on 1 little rodent, and then end up being 3, and then managed to push them in a bucket, carry them out the front door, not getting caught. I mean, I thought I killed them. I don't know. But like, how did I do that? There's no reason that should have been a successful mission. And I wonder how their Thanksgiving was. So as random as that story may seem, we're coming up on this time of Christmas where so many things happened that were just not very realistic. So let's kind of walk through this real quick. Okay, so Mary became pregnant without any logical reason. An angel came down and talked to her. When did that happen? Okay, so Joseph had 2 choices. He could either kill Mary, or he could dismiss her and have her killed. Or so Joseph went against all sense. After it's the same angel, second angel sighting of this story, came down and said, "Hey Joseph, Mary's having a baby. It's God. Don't kill her, or else the baby will die, and then it's a whole mess. We won't have salvation." Anyway, so Mary and Joseph wander up to this town that's flooded, right? It's Christmas time. Or none of the hotels have vacancy. It's a big travel time, or maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so the innkeeper's like, "What? No, we don't have any space." "Of course, you crazy people. What are you, riding on a donkey while you're pregnant? That can't be comfortable." And so they go to this hotel, and they're like, "Oh, hey, here's an idea. How about you give birth in a barn?" So here's Mary. She's pretty young. Joseph's pretty young. If I had to guess, Mary and Joseph, neither one of them have ever, I'm pretty sure Joseph had never had a kid before, but we know Mary hasn't. And so they're left in this barn with a bunch of animals to give birth. What's up with that, right? And so it happens, and then next thing you know, a bunch of like people come to say hey, and they get a bunch of presents. So So as crazy as this weird little story about not killing mice is, the Christmas story is even more impossible. There's so many things that could have gone wrong, but they didn't. And you guys, here's the thing. Here's the serious point. Things are gonna happen that make no logical sense and that are just not realistic, right? And so the important thing for us to remember is that God can make things happen. God made Jesus be born in a manger to a bunch of kids. Well, it wasn't a bunch of, it was 2 kids. They were really young. That's crazy.